Hey everybody, how's it going? For the purposes of this video, the gun is unloaded. Hey everybody, long time no see. Today we're going to be taking a look at something that I got back in October, November, somewhere around there. This is the Rossi 971. I paid $450 for this. I won it from JB Redding on Gunbroker. I didn't even really intend to buy this. Basically, I will occasionally bid on something on Gunbroker if I have like a remote interest in it. And I actually won this one. Nobody else bid against me after like 3 days, and I won it. I was kind of surprised. So I was, when I picked it up, I was happy with it. I wasn't unhappy that I won. Shot it, took it to the range a few times. I really liked it. And honestly, after looking at it for a while, I'm going to make a bold claim and say I might have, if not the nicest one of the nicest ones that I've seen. Especially from what else I've seen on Gunbroker, I think this one's in really good shape. I only have two problems with it. Finish is gone here, and I need to put some kind of Loctite or something here because the ejector rod will pull out of the cylinder. I have it tightened up right now, but I shot like near 200 rounds through it, and when I got it home it felt really gritty, and then I don't know, I spun the cylinder and it just all came apart, and I was like, oh well, that's odd. So I don't know if it just rattled itself apart or whatever, but I haven't Loctited it yet because I just haven't bought the Loctite. And I'm not exactly sure if that's like the perfect solution. So if anybody else has a comment or a suggestion what I should do, but I think that should repair it. But other than that, I'm going to go over the specifications and then tell you what I think. So the Rossi has a 4-inch barrel. It's 9 inches overall. It's 1.5 inches wide at the cylinder, and it weighs 907 grams or 31.96 ounces. So yeah, like I said, I paid $450 for it. That was from them after shipping and the transfer and all that fun stuff. It was about $500. So my initial reason for picking this up was, for even bidding on it, was I was looking for something bigger to take out when I went hiking. And once I got it and I saw the condition of it, I was like, I don't want to take that hiking. Like, it's really nice, and I don't want to like drop it or whatever. Like I just had like this fear that like I was going to screw it up. So I ended up just saying like, forget it. I'm just gonna end up keeping it at home, which is fine. Like I'll just get something else. But that was my initial intention, was to have this be like my hiking gun, because I don't live in an area with like grizzly bears or anything. I mean, like the thing that I would have to fear the most is like black bear or human. So I figure like this would be sufficient for my needs, and it probably would have been. It's just once I got it, I was like, wow, that's in nice shape. I don't want to take it out and like mess it up. So I didn't, but that was my initial reason for buying it. Things I like about this are it's pretty light. Like I'm gonna just put it up next to my 580, my 856 and my 586, and I guess this would be more in line with like a K-frame size gun, and it slots in pretty closely with I guess I can't get them all on camera at once. It'll slot in pretty closely with that. So here it is next to my Taurus, and as you can see, it's bigger than that, but if you put it next to my Smith & Wesson, it's smaller than my 586. So granted, the 586 is a 6-inch barrel, but overall, the frame and everything of this is smaller anyways, and it's lighter. I shoot through this. Well, I did MagTech 38 Special, Federal 357 Magnum, and then I did Federal Punch 38 Special Plus P. It did fine with all of them. I saw another video where the guy was shooting 357 out of this. You described it as a ring of fire. I had so much fun shooting this in 357. I had this out on a day that I took one of my coworkers to the range, and I had so much fun shooting this gun. I haven't had that much fun in a while. The way that the Smith and Wesson that I have eats up the 357, this thing, it doesn't eat it the same way. There's a little jump when you shoot it, but it's so much fun. I love shooting this gun. With that being said, there is more noticeable recoil with the wider gun, with the smaller barrel, with the wider frame and everything. But I truly, really enjoyed shooting this. I had a lot of fun. It was really easy to pick up the front red sight blade. This is the rear sight is fully adjustable, by the way. It was really easy to pick that up. I found myself to be quite accurate with it. I really enjoyed shooting it. I need to find a way to get shooting footage in future videos. We'll take a look at the trigger on the Rossi 971. So, single action, hammer mouse and firing pin, nice, right? Here we go. Very crisp break, snaps almost immediately, and take one more look. Almost no movement at all. Whereas if you were to compare it to something like my Taurus, which is empty, it moves just a little bit, and then it breaks. Now, double action, I don't want to fire this too many times with the firing pin like that. Let's take a look. Right about here is where it's going to stage. Then it moves just a little bit more, and then it breaks. We'll do that one more time. I don't have the trigger pull gauge. You know, I'm not like I just don't have one. So, kind of just doing this on feel, but it's heavy right about here. Then it gets lighter. Right, it gets very light right through there. And then right about there is where it's going to stage. As you can see, it locks up, and boom. It was very controllable with 38 special, no complaints there. 38 special plus P was fine too. Yeah, I think this was a very fun gun to take out. And so from what I understand, Rossi is now owned, or possibly even when this was made, owned by Taurus, and I don't think that this gun is made anymore. If it is made in some way, it's more than likely been integrated into one of the Taurus models. Maybe the model 66 or 65, but I think those were already being made. But either way, Taurus owns Rossi now. So this is no longer being produced, but I have seen a few other ones of these on Gunbroker. Not in as nice of shape as mine is. They also made a 357, a 971 with a compensator that like pokes out of the end of the rest of the gun. I mean, it looks cool. It's not necessarily what I like. You know, I do like the wood steel, the wood grips. I like the way that this looks. But for the price, I really have enjoyed it. I really like the condition that this is in. Seems like it was shot a bit, but wasn't shot like to death. And for $450, this is the first gun that I bought off of Gunbroker, and it seems pretty good. I've enjoyed it. The only problem is I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about the ejector rod coming apart. I'm gonna have to either take it to a gunsmith or see if I can fix it with Loctite, which I think should work. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed taking a look at the Rossi 971. If you find one in better condition, let me know, because like I said, got a little bit of wear here and a little bit up here, but not too much. I don't know. It's in pretty good shape. I really was surprised when I saw this at the store. When I picked it up for my FFL, I was like, wow, that's it looks better than it did in the pictures. So with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed me gawking over this fine revolver here. And you know, if you happen to see one in good shape, I would recommend it. I don't know necessarily how available they are or if people want to take chances on them, because I know people, you know, if you're going to spend $450, I guess you could just spend more and get a Smith or whatever. But I personally would recommend one of these if you know if you don't have a couple problems like I have, but whatever. I don't think that's I think that's more of like an isolated case. But yeah, hey, hope you enjoyed the video and have a good day. Take it easy.